What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Droid Life Show today, episode 258. It is Friday, October 22nd. I'm Rose Kellen. With me is Tim. Tim, please say hi.
Hey guys, what is up? Tim here, back again for Droid Life. Oh my god, it's been so long.
It's been so long. Hey guys, good to see everyone. Appreciate those that are tuning in live. And well, if you're listening after the fact, it's great to see you as well. So a big show in this sort of return for us. Obviously, Google has announced their new phones, Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, and everyone seems very excited for the first time. Yeah, there's a Pixel 6. Here's the Pro.
I have a case on mine.
You do. My case is sitting over here. I refuse. I just can't do it. Well, we should talk about cases actually at some point because because of the design of the phone, the way the cases have to fit is certainly something everyone's going to find out about. So anyway, welcome back. We have Pixel 6, Pixel 6 Pro to talk about. We also do have Android 12 launched this week as well. So that's news. Like if you own a Pixel phone, like you have Android 12 this week. So it's kind of a big week for anyone who owns a Pixel device. And especially for those who are looking towards getting Google's new phones, which are, I mean, on paper and what we've seen so far, like the most important, probably Google Pixel phones ever, probably. Anyways, we'll talk about that as much as we can talk about. We'll talk about this in a second, but this like embargo, like everyone clearly is aware that like press have embargo. Like apparently this is the first time. So we'll talk about our embargo that we're under in just a minute. But we do have trivia at the end of the show. So trivia is back. We aren't leaving you without that. So the folks at NVIDIA and GeForce Now, do you want to talk about what we're giving away to everyone when we do trivia?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really hyped for these prizes. I'm not one for, cloud gaming and all that stuff. However, I will admit that, Stadia and GeForce Now are definitely sort of those top two, at least in terms of from what I've experienced, I've used. And I really like GeForce Now. For example, when I play Cyberpunk, I just stream it from GeForce Now because I bought it through Steam, and that allows me to play it on my MacBook Pro, and it's been great. Now, GeForce Now has a new tier, the RTX 3080 tier, which is like, it's the god tier. It's a
which they
3080
just announced like yesterday?
This week, exactly, yesterday morning, and it's supposed to be amazing. I don't know if I can say all too much about it, just due to the nature of the industry and all that. However, what I can tell you is that it's like having a 3080 equivalent, graphic card in your computer, but it's in the cloud and it's streaming. The latency is supposed to be insane in terms of how low it is, and it should be good. So what we have is 5 2-month priority membership codes for GeForce Now. Now, this does not unlock the RTX 3080 tier for you. However, you will be able to pre-order the 3080 tier with these priority memberships ahead of anybody else. So if you have this and you want that RTX 3080, you can have it at least pre-ordered before everyone else. So that's everyone in the general public and everyone in the free tier for GeForce Now. So it's a pretty cool prize. If you like that gaming, if you have a big library of Steam games and all that, and you want to play those on your phone or on Android TV, the 3080 is totally compatible with streaming to Shield TV. So it should be pretty darn awesome. That's like 4K HDR. We're talking 120 FPS on Android phones. It's going to be pretty sweet. So if you're into that sort of thing, we've got some sweet prizes for you today. Thank you, NVIDIA and GeForce Now.
Yeah, big shout out NVIDIA. They always come through. So that'll be at the end of the show. We haven't done a show in a while. So if you're new around here, we do trivia at the end of every show and we give prizes away. We do 5 questions and you answer in the chat if you're watching live, and then we give you prizes. It's great. Before we get going into topics, though, we had a bunch of donos before the show started. Alex Sky dropped $2. Charles W dropped 20, which is crazy, and said Pixel 6 XL on pre-order. Played with it in Best Buy, other than the dim display compared to Samsung phones. I'm loving it. Here's hoping Google fixes that with an update because it was bright before the demo. And then he dropped another $5 and said, kicked in. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thanks for the donos, you guys, before we got going there.
Thank you.
So yeah, we'll talk about some stuff. We can't really talk about everything. So let's go over this real quick.
Yeah.
Apparently, you guys all know that we're under an embargo on what we can and can't say, which, okay, so Tim and I have the phones. We were able to unbox and show you them, and show you the home screen. Apparently this is just all out there at this point. Like it's some massive secret that everyone needed to find out and get mad about. So yes, we were able to unbox and share sort of a first, not even really a first impression, but we were able to just show you, talk about hardware, talk about specs and pricing and all the stuff that Google announced just the other day. And then we aren't allowed to review them yet. And so we will review them, and you'll know, because it'll probably be with everybody else's. Obviously we're all like agreed to not post a bunch of stuff until, Google wanted us to. I guess I've seen some suggestions that this is like weird. I saw a guy earlier mention that there's red flags around it. Like there's no red flag. This happens all the time. Like usually typically when you get a device for a review, there's an embargo on what you can and can't show and when. And then once those lift, we can say whatever the hell we want. We could trash the phone, say it's great. I mean, whatever. And typically what happens is during a review period, you have a phone. Sometimes it's running pre-release software. And so companies don't really like you to just blast everything out there, because a lot of times the day before, 2 days before, the day of, you often get new software, new update. They've updated the camera, whatever. So they don't typically like you to throw it all out there unless they think it's like where they want it for retail. So there's nothing weird going on. There's nothing shady. They just asked everyone, please don't share everything. And my guess is probably because we're going to get updates to stuff. And I don't know that for sure. They haven't said that, but that's usually what happened. They fine tune things, they tweak some stuff. So anyway, nothing weird's going on. We have the phones and we're just not allowed to review them yet. This happens all the time. Like with every new phone that launches. Sometimes they don't do like you can unbox it and then you can review it, but who cares if that's what they did? Nothing's weird, right? Like you don't feel weird about this situation, do you? Is there anything weird going on that I'm missing?
I'm just happy I got a phone before all of you. I could care less. Well, I think it sucks that I have a phone and I have a lot of thoughts to share on it, but I can't share them. Like this is not a new thing. We've been under plenty of embargoes where we can't talk about things before. And Google told us, like, in that embargo process that we would see things that were either like still in beta or whatever. So there's just like, there's just aspects which we may experience, which you may not experience. And so maybe they probably don't want our experiences, because they'll be different from the retail experience, to maybe differ somehow. It's them probably just Google protecting themselves, as they always have to do, because people are so anal about anything negative when it comes to Pixel devices. I know there's some sites and people out there who just love pooping on our ecosystem and Android in general. So I don't know what the deal is. It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, if anyone's like freaking out or weird that there's an embargo on these things, like they are either brand new or they just are a weirdo. Like there's nothing weird going on. They said, hey, we want to send you this stuff, but here's when we don't want stuff posted until this time. And we went, okay, it's cool. Nothing not normal about that. It happens with every phone. They didn't tell us to change our opinions on anything. Like they just said like, this is just when we want reviews to go. I don't understand like why this is the thing. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a red flag. I don't think any consumer should be concerned that there's an embargo. We already know, I think, that there's some people out there who have units not from Google who may already be doing hands-on and looks at the devices. So by all means, I mean, if you're curious about the Pixel 6, go to someone who isn't under the embargo, and who has like the ins at Best Buy or whatever to be able to bring you that content before us. So.
See, like Nick just said, it seems extra restricted. It's not at all.
It's not. It's really not.
There's nothing different about it, other than like maybe not every phone gets a unboxing and then a review. I mean, I guess not everyone does that, but I feel like Google's definitely done that in the past. I know OnePlus does it all the time. So I don't
Can we share when the embargo lifts? Is that information out?
I feel like that information is out there if people care, and they'll know. I mean, the phone launches on the 28th. So, right, typically they're before that. I mean, look,
Yeah.
someone's posting in the chat. See, people like, because apparently there's like some people that are out there just blasting the information everywhere because they think there's some like conspiracy. Because there's like this world of YouTube conspiracy theorists that are so freaking annoying. There's nothing weird, guys. Okay, like we should probably move on, but like there's just nothing going on. There's nothing strict about this. There's nothing weird. There's nothing different about this other than like we did an embargo one and then we get a review later. Like. Again,
Yeah.
I think that happens with every single OnePlus launch. Not even kidding.
Yeah, just real quick. Okay, so apparently a few people know when the embargo lifts,
Yeah.
and it is before the phone launches.
Yeah.
So if Google was concerned, or trying to throw, some deceptive stuff out there, do note that you can learn everything about these phones still during the pre-order process. So if you're concerned about maybe not being able to get your Pixel Buds, or something for free, like, I don't know what the deal could be. This is not a red flag. This is people trying to get social media fucking clout, and just don't worry about it. It's fine. You'll know everything soon enough. Anyway, I'm like, now you got me mad about it. At first I didn't care, but now I'm mad.
I just like there's people that just want to make something out of everything. This is not like something to make anything out of.
It's not a red flag. It's not a red
No.
flag.
No.
Having used the device, I can tell you it's not a red flag. But
I can tell you also that when our review drops, like we'll do it as we always do. We will, if it sucks, we'll tell you it sucks. If it's
I have no
awesome, we'll
problem.
tell we have no problems doing any of that. You guys know us. And I'm telling you right now, like that will happen either way. Like, so anyway.
I'm still very excited for the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6
Yes.
Pro, regardless
Yes.
of an embargo or not. So. The phones suck. Don't do it. Cancel your pre-orders. Stop. Google's coming. Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. So okay, so we've got the phones. Let's recap the week now that we've talked about this weird situation. I said weird again. So somebody who said the weird drinking game, there's 3 of them for you. Okay, so Pixel 6, Pixel 6 Pro are official. We know everything. We kind of knew almost everything leading up to it except pricing. Thankfully, just so we had something to know the final day. Didn't leak until basically the day of or shortly before. So we've got a Pixel 6, which is, I guess, a slightly lesser premium version of the Pro. Again, we knew that, but it starts, I think, surprisingly at $599, and then it goes up to $699. These are for unlocked versions. There's also millimeter wave versions at $699, $799. We'll break that down too. And then we have the Pixel 6 Pro, this dude, and it starts at $899. I think the price has almost become the story, and maybe that's because everything leaked beforehand, and so we kind of knew a lot of the other stuff. But pricing is kind of wild. I mean, that phone that Tim just held up, which has Google's first ever chip, it has a 90 hertz display, it has a brand new camera system, a premium build, it has all the stuff: 8 gig RAM, 128 gig base storage. $599, and the like chintzy little Pixel 5 that you and I actually like a lot was
Chintzy.
$699. Like that thing feels like a toy. It's like feels plasticky and light, and there's nothing really nice about it. I loved it,
Mid-range
by the
piece of
way.
crap.
Yeah, it was like a mid-range phone. It was $699 for that thing. This thing's $100 under, and it has like upgraded everything. Outside of the display is probably going to be pretty similar, but specs wise it is. Everything's upgraded, and then this thing's $100 cheaper, or you could get 256 gig storage for the same price as a Pixel 5. So kind of crazy. The pricing there is definitely a big deal. So pre-orders are open now. If you were a part of day one pre-orders, it was not that much fun through the Google store. The Google store was crashed for close to 3 hours. Because I was like having issues. Tim got in and got an order in fairly early, and it stuck. It didn't cancel or anything like that. But a lot of people like me, I just had issue after issue. I was playing the game for 3 hours on the Google store. I think a lot of other people were. But anyway, those kind of smoothed out as the day went on, and then now they're like back ordered for like a couple months, I think. So if you didn't get in early, It's unfortunate. Best Buy had them as well. Pretty much all the models. They might be sold out as well. It might be back ordered. Verizon, AT&T Mobile also selling the phones. I don't know what their stock levels are like. Everyone with Google phones typically seems to run to the Google store because they want the unlocked versions and all of that stuff. But you know, they did partner everywhere. So all three major carriers have them. Best Buy had them. Google store had them. So they are open. If you didn't get in, then I think you just might be waiting a while now to get a phone. The launch. Yeah, I thought I saw like somebody sent me a message that said like the white version of the Pro is now like January, which is just absurd. Yeah. Launch date is the 28th, so next week. So if you ordered and got in, you'll have your brand new phone next week. I don't know if we mentioned this, but the phones are at Best Buy and they're like on display. So if you want to go play with one before you order or to make a YouTube video and talk about all the stuff because we're not allowed to, go to Best Buy right now and you can upload your thoughts and impressions from retail units at Best Buy. You can actually do that. So let's see, what else about the launch info? There's a Pixel Pass for the first time ever. We have a Pixel Pass. I've spent all of about 20 seconds looking at what the Pixel Pass is. Did you want to explain what the Pixel Pass is?
Let me try and do this off the top of my head. Okay, so Pixel Pass, you can get it either through Google Store or through Google Fi. And what it is essentially a consolidated, is that the right word? It combines a whole bunch of Google services and your device payment into a single monthly bill. I think it starts at $45. What you get is a Pixel 6 device, Pixel 6 or Pixel 6 Pro starting at $55 a month. And, before we get into what you get, get with the package, have to apply for Synchrony credit application because that's how it gets paid for. If you cancel before 2 years, you're stuck with the difference or whatever remaining on the contract. So just know, you're signing up for a 2-year contract, but at the end of 2 years, you get a upgraded Pixel device, which you'll just keep paying for because we live in this circular society. So you've got your Pixel device, you've got a YouTube Premium subscription, you've got, I believe, 200 gigabytes of Google One storage, and there's something else. What's the last thing?
Play Pass? Did you mention Play Pass?
Yeah. $5 a month Google Play Pass. So personally, so $45 a month for a Pixel 6. And then Google Play Pass, that's $15 for YouTube, Google Play Pass. And then, I don't know what, Google One storage is what, $5 a month? $20.
I haven't actually looked at the price breakdown.
It seems like you're paying like $20 a month for the phone and $20 a month for Google services, $25 a month for the phone, $20 a month for services, which is fine. If you want all that stuff in one single easy to digest bill, that seems totally fine. But
did you mention that you get like an extra year of warranty or something like that too?
That's true. You
do get that.
Yeah, you do get device protection, which is great. So I think you get like 2 accidental replacements or whatever, which is good. You just have to pay a whatever, like that small fee to change it out or whatever. Which is good. If you're someone who breaks their phone a lot or loses it, God forbid, it's good. I know I saw quite a few people say they were happy about it. And it really, like, $45 a month if someone who uses YouTube Premium, like, that's great. We got so lucky, right? If you've been with the Google ecosystem for a long time, ecosystem 11 out of 10, by the way. If you got in there early with Google Play Music, you're paying that $7.99 price. I mean, I'm still $7.99 for YouTube Music, YouTube Premium, all that stuff. I mean, I'm living the good life, but
I'm never giving it up.
Never. I don't care what happens. I'll never cancel. I don't care how bad YouTube Music is. I'm never canceling.
No. I don't even use YouTube Music, but no ads on YouTube for $7.99 a month is 100% worth it.
Yeah, that's not bad. So I think, if you're someone who doesn't mind doing that, it seems like a fine deal if you use Google Play Pass. There's just, like, for me personally, not my thing. I don't use Google One because I use a Droid Life Google Suites account, and it's like they don't work with each other. My Droid Life account doesn't support Google Play Pass. It's just like the worst thing I could possibly do. It'd be a total waste of money. So if it works for you, though, by all means, Pixel Pass.
So there's Pixel Pass. So that is an option to buy. Obviously, Google Fi. Forgot to mention that you could have bought all the phones through Google Fi as well. In fact, I was trying to buy the Google. They're called Google Fi versions. I think they're just unlocked versions that just come with probably like a. Actually, Google Fi is just eSIM. So I don't even know what that means, Google Fi version. But I tried to buy those at one point when the thing was crashed. But anyway, Fi had them. I believe they're mostly sold out. You're really going to have to shop around if you want to. I don't know if they're like holding a special group for Pixel Pass people. Like if you went to Pixel Pass now, if that's a way to get one. I don't know if they're doing that. Okay, so we haven't really talked about specs. You guys probably mostly know these, but we've got 6.4 inch display on the 6, 6.7 on the 6 Pro. The 6 is 90 hertz, 1080p. The Pro is QHD, 120. And yes, there is, a little bit of curve on this one, whereas that one has flat display. The cameras are the same outside of this guy has an extra telephoto. Big batteries in both, 4,600 milliamp hour, that one, 5,000 milliamp hour in the Pro. They finally have fast charging, so 30 watt fast charging. They'll do 23 watt fast wireless charging if you buy the new Pixel stand, which isn't available right now. For storage and RAM on the regular 6, you have 128 or 256 gig storage, 8 gig RAM. UFS 3.1 storage. I believe this is the first time Google's used UFS 3.1, which is about as fast as you can get. And then the Pro, you can go 128, 256, or 512. But I think the 512 was only in, was it the black model? Or maybe the gold model had it too. I didn't see 512 for the white version, that's for sure.
I thought I did, but...
Oh, did you? Okay.
I thought I did.
12 gig RAM in there. So that's got to be the most RAM we've seen in a Pixel phone, I think, as well. Wi-Fi 6E in both, Bluetooth 5.2 in both. This one does have UWB or ultra wideband, and that's not the 5G I'm talking about. I'm talking about the chip for like location based stuff, maybe use this phone to unlock your car if your car is supported, that sort of thing. Both phones do have 5G, and then select models have sub 6 and millimeter wave, whereas some are just sub 6, which who cares about the millimeter wave? We'll talk more about that in a second. They have an in-display fingerprint reader, stereo speakers, IP68, and they come in all sorts of fun colors. It's pretty much specs. You guys have seen those because, again, most of this stuff really leaked. So 3 OS updates. So Android, so they start with Android 12. Then you'll get 13, 14, and 15. And then you'll be done. So 3 years from now, those will be your OS updates. However, you are getting 5 years of security patches. So after you're done getting OS updates, you'll still get 2 more years of security patches. I don't know if that also means Pixel feature drops for 2 more years, possibly, because those aren't version updates typically. So you may still get Pixel feature drops for 5 years. I should probably confirm that. So that could be something. I think I want to say it's slightly disappointing to only see 3 OS updates because we thought, Google Tensor, their first processor, will get more years of OS updates. There was a rumor like a week or 2 before that we were getting 4 years of OS updates, and that didn't happen. We're getting 3. So I think that is slightly disappointing. I thought we were hoping for 4. Maybe they would match the security with 5. They aren't. They're just doing security. Okay, so 5G, I mentioned this. So the model that Tim has, the 599 Pixel 5, is Pixel 6. Yeah, I'm saying 5G too much. The 599 Pixel 6 that Tim has is the sub 6 5G version only. So no 5G millimeter wave in that. If you want millimeter wave in a regular Pixel 6, you have to spend at least $699. So $100 more. And that would be a 128 gig model of $699. There's 2 different versions of the Pixel 6 in the US. One without millimeter wave, one with it. And then the Pixel 6 Pro, all the versions have millimeter wave. So if you buy an unlocked millimeter wave or unlocked Pixel 6 Pro, you buy it from a carrier, they all have 5G millimeter wave. And I believe the antenna is up top. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but there's see how it's like a matte finish up top?
Yeah.
Can you see that? There's like a panel. I believe that's where the millimeter wave antenna probably is, whereas yours is just the same color all the way around.
Yeah, it's nice.
So just my general thoughts on that are just buy the sub 6 Pixel 6 if you want a Pixel 6. Unless you know for sure that your house is facing like a millimeter wave tower that's within like a half a block distance, or your apartment is, or your work office is, and you really think you'll be on millimeter wave all the time, then sure, buy the millimeter wave version of the Pixel 6. Otherwise, just get the sub 6 version. The sub 6 version will have all the speeds on T-Mobile. When all the mid-band stuff rolls out. Wait, is Verizon's mid-band stuff, their C-band, are they putting that under their ultra wideband? I think they are.
I thought that was
okay. So I'll actually look into that. But sub 6 5G will be, right now it's not that fast everywhere. Most of it's just everyone's low band stuff. T-Mobile's rolled out a bunch of it, so theirs is pretty fast, and everyone else is rolling out more of it. And so sub 6 is mostly all anyone needs. And again, unless you live like across the street from a millimeter wave tower. So Pixel 6, just buy the 5. Yeah, even then I don't know if it's worth it.
No.
The extra,
because you're probably going to have like some glass windows, and that's going to just totally put a damper on it.
Destroy it. Yeah, I mean, you really should only buy the $599 version, or unless you want more storage, then buy the $699 non-millimeter wave version. But, so yeah. Anyway, that's the difference. But all the Pixel 6 Pros have millimeter waves if you really care. I do not. So I ordered myself a Pixel 6, and I definitely just got the $599 version. Like I don't need millimeter wave. And I don't know, we live in Portland, which is super lib, and we don't believe in millimeter wave and towers and things like that. So we're not going to have that anytime soon. I think there actually is some Verizon millimeter wave, but they're like not allowed to announce it. I swear they're like secretly putting it up. Like I've definitely seen the 5G UW logo on Verizon phones in this city, and they've never announced this city. Like if you go watch a Timbers match, you get it, I believe. By my wife's store on the east side of Portland. I've seen it over there, and I've had a bunch of people like sending
shameless
messages.
Plug.
Yeah, like I didn't say like what it was.
Real quick. Sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, I was just gonna say I had some people message me that like Northwest Portland, Hawthorne, those areas, like they've had millimeter wave, blah blah blah, millimeter wave 5G.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. I was just going to say, Alex Sky in the comments says, Portland doesn't believe in many things. And then I was going to say, yeah, like law and order. The town's going crazy.
Just really troll the hell out of everyone if you start saying shit like that.
Anyway.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm just not gonna go there. Okay, so anyway, that's mostly a recap.
Yeah. I wish we could talk more about it because I have so much to say.
I wish we could talk about it, but we just can't.
Yeah, we just
told
can't.
Us no.
Yeah,
Kellen's accent couldn't be more. I don't have an accent. I'm from the Northwest. Like people in the Northwest don't have accents. We just speak in like the plainest English ever.
Well, that's
even
just
California,
not true.
like you don't have an accent either. You're from California. Like the West Coast, like we don't really. There's not like an accent over here.
What are you talking about, bruh? Totally too. I don't know. I definitely have some California vocabulary.
Okay, like, vocabulary is different than an accent though. Like people in the West and the Northwest, like we don't have an accent. We never have. That's weird.
I mean.
Where's this
Could someone explain
from?
what his accent sounds like and what makes it annoying as hell?
Yeah, do I have like, is there a Northwest? There's no North. It's not like you live in the South. It's not like, like Minnesota, North Dakota, Canada, that sort of, I know that. Like the East Coast, I get like, what?
I don't think your voice is super annoying. Someone says I have an accent, which is a little discerning.
Yeah, see, I don't think you do at all. But that just stood out to me. I've never heard anyone say that I have an annoying accent because I don't actually think I have an accent because we just speak like the plainest version of U.S. English up here in the Northwest.
Long O's in Kellen's speech. Wow, holy moly, people are really breaking this down.
Long O's like, interesting.
Shane, I think we all know who has the bigger nose. Come on, dude. Look at this freaking thing.
Tavar says Kellen sounds like a generic American. I do sound like a generic American. That's what I would agree with.
I think they're hating on us because we can't talk about the Pixel 6.
They're so mad about this embargo situation. It's fine. Okay, so we asked everyone though if they were buying these phones, and Turns out like everyone is buying. We're at 78% of our readers. Obviously, not every single person weighed in here, but the people who did vote, 78% said they're buying. Another 13% said, still trying to figure it out. Only 8% said no. So, we could be at 92% of DL like we're officially transitioning from covering any phone other than Google Pixel phones going forward. I think Samsung people you can go. There's nothing for you here anymore.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's weird. I don't get like what we can and can't say. Like, we can talk about the size, right? Because they said,
look at it.
I mean, like, that's
here
what
it is
I would
compared
do in
to
an
my head. What do you guys think?
Yeah. So like all my other phones are literally like downstairs on the coffee table.
The only other thing I have right now is this guy.
The hell is that?
I don't know what this is.
Android blogger leaves Android for iPhone. Oh my god.
This is one of those, like, I was so bored with the world of Android for the last year because I've been using a Pixel 5 nonstop that I just bought something to play with for a minute.
I've got a Galaxy Watch 4 box.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, we do all the comparison. Here's the Pixel 6 Pro box. You guys tell me. This is not a comparison. I'm just showing you what I have.
Some Galaxy Buds too. You can wirelessly charge.
That's right. You can. That's just a feature show off. You're not comparing.
Yeah, I'm not actually like doing anything.
The specs list.
Did you, in your unboxing, I can't recall, did you like talk about the curve display? Michael, the curve? Did you talk about
Tim, the curve?
Did you talk
it
about
has like, a curved display.
Anything? It does, and the Pixel 6 does not.
The Pixel 6 does not. I mentioned this when I was talking about specs briefly, but this definitely has a curve. You can see it there. Look at it shining. Because you get those glares on the side. Yeah. Like a lot of phones do. Do you don't have the S21 Ultra sitting there? Not
it's
that
downstairs.
We could compare that, but yeah, it does have a curve, which knowing that even before I had the phone, I just gotta say, curved screens are not my favorite thing. I don't know. This one could be my favorite thing. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just curved phones in general. You guys know I've never been a fan of those. I've always liked flat screens.
Okay, real quick, Ben Jacobs in the chat says,
"Are we back on accents?"
Yeah, he says I pronounce fold weird. He says I say fouled, not fold. Come on, man. What are you talking about? I fold.
Fold.
Dude, that is weird.
Fold.
There's no way I say fouled.
Fouled. That sounds like a southern thing.
Yeah.
The Galaxy Z fouled. What? Fold. Like what?
Anyway.
Tell me, is that a Whoop? Yeah, Whoop 4.0. This is even bigger news. Whoop 4.0 showed up this week.
Fouled.
Anyone cares? Fouled. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm mad.
I know we got like this just turned into quite the show.
Yeah. I don't say fold weird.
Bro, there is an L in fold. Fold.
Not a W.
Fold.
I'm
saying the L. Fold. Fold. I'm not saying fode. I'm saying fold. It's just a brief L.
Fold.
Fode. I'm not saying fode. Fode. There's no L. Fode. Fold. There's a difference there.
Fold. I don't care. I've got a Pixel 6 and you guys don't. And I know if it's good or not. So take that.
The Northwest accent coming through. Kellen's got it right. I don't even know what's wrong. It is pretty amusing though, because everyone does say things differently. Okay, so anyway, so 80% of our readers apparently have already bought, and we might be closing in on 90 plus by the time this thing ships. So that's good. I ordered both for myself to decide, which one we're going to go with, because I honestly don't know. Again, I just talked about how personally I've not liked curved screens in the past, but when you look like on paper, like there's some downgrades there to the 6, like the 90 hertz. And so, yeah.
You know what we can talk about? We can talk about Android 12, seeing as how it released publicly, and I've been using it on my Pixel 5, so I can totally talk about Android 12. And obviously, huge news this week. On the same day, we were, as everyone knows, there was an embargo, and we were unaware that Android 12 was literally going to happen the same day. So
they did sneak that in, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Very
but Android
sneaky.
12, I've been running it on the Pixel 5, obviously just from the betas, but it seems really polished. There's like still like a major bug that I really dislike, and that's when you're casting media to something and you try to adjust the volume, and the volume does not pop up on the device that you're casting from, like your phone. That's really annoying. Other than that, I have been loving Android 12. I hardly have any complaints
Once
that
they
I can
pushed
think
out
of.
that beta that had the first Material U UI on it, it was just it was like a new world. It
It was
really
a game
was.
changer.
It really was, yeah.
I have an issue with the widgets still. Like, they're not very like malleable or like kind of shapeable. I
Well,
wish.
the way they place initially is weird. You kind of have to move them,
Yeah.
and some don't. I know. I think I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, Android
Uh,
12 is out. If you own a Pixel 5, 4, 4A, 3A, 3, you can get Android 12 right now.
Interesting. Andrew, I'm just looking at like people's.
Yeah, I don't know if we should even dive into the chat at this point because it's just getting weird.
I see some
You know what we
weird
didn't talk about though
comments.
is the Pixel stand, the new one. There's a new Pixel
yeah.
stand.
All right.
There's a new Pixel stand out.
Where is it?
You can't buy it. I
Oh.
don't have one. There's a new Pixel stand. It's $79, just like the last one. But this one does the 23 watt fast wireless charging we mentioned earlier. And then if you don't have a Pixel, the 23 watts only on Pixel. It's kind of an exclusive feature there. If you have a normal phone, non-Pixel, and you want to use it as a wireless charger, it'll still do 15 watt, which is not bad at all for charging. It's Qi capable. It has a fan in it because, you know, when we're charging that fast wirelessly, things get hot. So it'll fan your phone, cool it down. And then if you have a Pixel, obviously you get some special features. Like it'll kind of turn your phone into, you know, like a home control center. You could have it do a Google Photos slideshow, that sort of thing. So it does some stuff on the Pixel stand. But again, not available. They didn't give us a date, just said coming soon. And it's $79. I don't know that anyone should ever pay $79 for a wireless charger. Just to like have a couple of software features is really what you're getting there. You know, unless they're going to do like a 50% off deal for Black Friday. Like I have the regular Pixel stand because I think I bought it on a discount. There's no way I would want to pay $79 because I think the original was $79. There's no way I would ever tell somebody to pay $79 for that thing. It's just a wireless charger that does some extra sort of software things if you need them. So anyway, that's coming soon.
Yeah, and then can also say we are not under an embargo for the Pixel stand. We have no idea when that's coming.
No double embargo. It's a double embargo. Yeah.
Yeah, no idea. So Joe, please don't think that we do. Personally, I think
Red
it's
flag.
a red flag. It's a red flag that there's no Pixel 2, Pixel Stand 2 embargo. Yeah, I honestly thought they would have just released. Like you would think, releasing that alongside would have made a lot of sense. I'm assuming it's probably just chip shortage nonsense. I mean, you chalk everything up to chip shortage
at this
now.
point. Yeah, it's probably all sitting on a boat outside of California, just waiting to be docked.
Oh, sure.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. What else? Oh, so since we were talking about Android 12, kind of all over the place right now, there is a future Android 12 beta that will come in December. So Android 12 is now stable. And so if you're in the beta program, you'll get the update. If you're not in the beta program, you'll get the update. However, if you're in the Android 12 beta, you should just stay there, assuming you like testing beta software. Because Google told us through the like Android beta Reddit that there's going to be more beta updates going forward. So Apple does this. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Apple does this. If you are in Apple's beta program, you get beta iOS software updates and they send them to you regularly. And so Google's now doing that. Whereas they used to run a beta program up until release and then they kicked everyone out and then you could re-enroll. Now they're apparently just going to keep running it going forward. So if you have a Pixel phone and you don't mind running beta software from time to time, you'll get Pixel feature drops early. You'll get security patches or other bug fixers and things like that before everyone else, at least new builds of stuff. So if you're in the Android 12 beta and you want that, just stay there. You don't have to do anything. If you are in the Android 12 beta you got stable, and you don't want to test beta stuff, you should go unenroll now. Because if you wait and try to unenroll, it'll like factory wipe your phone and stuff. But once you're on stable, you can kind of unenroll. Anyway, we wrote that up. Go find the full details there. Anyway, there's a beta program going forward now, which is kind of fun. We can keep testing software. Gives us something new to do.
I like it.
Huh.
Someone keeps asking the same question in the chat. Do 6 Pro for $300 more?
Oh, the guy yelling.
Yeah, it's like all caps. Worthier comparing 6? So I guess maybe the question is, should I get the 6 Pro over the 6? Is it worth that extra $300? From someone who like can't tell you anything about the device, really like what you're asking is hard to answer. So what you get is you get 120 hertz, you get more RAM, you get a bigger battery, bigger display, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think, which I kind of mentioned earlier, I ordered a 6. I ordered a 6 and a 6 Pro, and I'm going to have them both in-house retail units. And I'm going to, because so we have review units. I have the Pro, you have the 6. I want to test the 6. So I bought one. When I get it, then I'll probably switch. Like after I review this guy, I'll switch and I'll just use the 6 for a while to decide like which one I prefer. And I honestly don't know. I'm not just withholding my opinion as I'm supposed to. But what I would say is, looking on paper, and this is what I was saying earlier, is it looks like it's going to be hard to go to the 6. And for me, it's 120 hertz versus 90. And I know that sounds kind of crazy because it shouldn't be that big of a difference. But going from a Pixel 5 for most of the year and then grabbing like a Samsung, like my wife's Note 20 Ultra, every once in a while I grab that and open something and I just go, oh my God, this is so smooth, right? Compared to my Pixel 5. I do have this silly iPhone 13 Pro and it looks really smooth. Actually, I don't think that, like, everyone loves the display on these things. It's 120 hertz. I don't think it's even close to as good as like Samsung's displays. Anyway, that's another conversation for another time. But I can tell the difference between 90 and 120. So the 90 worries me a little bit on that one, not having used it again. Then the other thing is, do I care about the RAM difference? I used a Pixel 5 for a freaking year and it was mostly fine. And that has 8 gig RAM. But I do like flat displays. And that one is a little bit smaller. And I hate giant phones typically. Like, again, grab my wife's Note 20 Ultra and I'm like, how do you use this thing? It's so huge. So I honestly don't know what to tell people. Like, there are some downgrades to the 6. And also, we'll use this. We'll say I'm talking about this. The telephoto, I didn't think I would like telephoto lenses, but I kind of like it on this one. And this one has one and yours doesn't. So I actually don't know what to tell people, which is, again, why I'm going to try to play with both and make that decision, which I know is like very privileged of me.
Yeah. See, I wish the 6 was slightly smaller.
Yes.
I wish it had the other camera, wish it had more RAM. Like, I wish they made the Pixel 6 Pro in just a smaller phone. Just give me a smaller effing phone.
Like this is the regular 13 Pro and it's like the size of the Pixel 5. Like, why did Google have to why did they mess it up this year?
I don't know. So I will say, like, people were asking exactly what we ordered and what color and everything. I ordered a Pixel 6 Pro, 128 gigs in the cloud white. Same. Yeah, and we did that, I think, because we both sort of, we were thinking about fingerprints and pictures, and Google sent him a black Pixel 6 Pro, and they sent me a coral. So we got different colors. We tried to just get the rainbow going. So we did that. However, if I was like, and since I already had a Pixel 6, I was like, well, I might as well get the 6 Pro. But, like, honestly, if I was thinking just like daily driver for myself, I might just go Pixel 6 only because of the size. And then the price is stupid, right? It's stupid as $599. It's like they're giving it away, dude. Yeah. So and that was such a shock, right? We were expecting $1,000+ devices easily. No one would have been surprised. So you got all that coming with you. I used the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and so I've always been the big phone guy at Droid Life. But like lately, after using the Pixel 5 for a year, a solid like mid-range jank phone for a year, it's hard to like go bigger. And so I'm really actually not looking forward to having the 6 Pro
And,
be
and
my
when you
daily
say go
driver.
bigger, you're talking about like grabbing your S21 Ultra.
Yes.
That's what you're comparing to.
Yes. It's, so for me, I would personally probably go just Pixel 6. I can't say, if I've had a good or not experience with it so far, but I would say if I was buying my own, I'd probably lean Pixel 6 personally.
Which is why I can't wait to get the one that I ordered so I can go, okay, let's do a comparison here and see is the slight difference in display and hopefully body size going to be enough, and do all those other things I talked about earlier, are they going to matter? Because I haven't done that comparison yet, and I will soon. By the way, I ordered the Seafoam 6. I think people asked, right? I ordered Seafoam 6 Cloudy White Pro. The Cloudy White I just think looks cool. I haven't seen it in person. I just think it looks cool because it's kind of a mixture between gray and black and white. Because you get, like on the Cloudy White, you get like a gray up top, and then you get this black contrast camera bar, and then kind of a lighter color down here. And just looking at the pictures of them, I think that's what I prefer. So that's why I went with that. The Sunny one, that's basically a gold phone, and I don't really like gold phones.
Yeah, no thanks.
But for the 6, I went Seafoam because green's just kind of one of those weird colors you don't really see very often. The coral one I think looks nice, but I didn't really want coral. And then I don't know. I feel like I used a black Pixel 5 for an entire year. I need to get away from dark phones.
I guess I can quickly tell my story. It's my memoirs. This will be in my book. So on October 19th. I was the first person to place a Pixel 6 order. Actually, I was patient zero. So at 10:01, I placed my order. However, I was in such a rush because I knew that these phones this would be an issue. Because it's Google, people. This ain't Apple. Apple knows how to sell phones. Google does not. So 10:01, placed my order, get in all my info. And I realized I did not choose expedited shipping. Usually we do that just to try and get the phone a day or two earlier. And of course, brutal. I hit checkout and boom, the entire internet crashes, as you all know. So, yeah. However, when it came back, I got an email from Google saying my original 10:01 a.m. order had been canceled. And I was like, okay, let's go.
Yes.
This is good. Because not only that, and then I realized that I didn't get my Pixel Buds A. I had just screwed everything up in an attempt to get exactly which phone I wanted, which was the Cloud White Pixel 6 Pro, 128 gig with the Pixel 5 trade-in. Also, mind you, the initial Pixel 5 trade-in price was like $250.
Right before they went live, right?
Right before they went live. And then once the site crashed and everything kind of came back up, the Pixel 5 trade-in price went up to $405.
If you got the Pro, yeah.
If you got the Pro. So I was like, whoa. That cancellation was the greatest thing to ever happen to me. I was able to and I was pounding refresh the entire time because I knew thousands of other people were trying to do the same damn thing as me, Kellen included. So I was like, I got to beat these people. So I'm just hammering refresh. Finally, site goes live. I add 6 Pro Cloud White, add my $405 Pixel 5 trade-in, booyah, get my expedited shipping in. And thankfully, the site said, nope, it errored out a couple of times, but I just said, no, reload. And it pushed me through. Of course, during all that commotion, I still forgot to add my Pixel Buds A. But as we know now, Pixel is honoring all of those pre-orders, and it's going to automatically send you an email allowing you to claim your Pixel Buds A. So bless you, Google. I was able to get my phone.
Bless you, Google.
Yeah, what a freaking nightmare that was.
Oh, it really was.
But it's just not surprising at all.
It happens every time Google launches a phone that people like.
Biggest internet company in the world. They cannot figure out how to they just can't figure it out. I don't know what the deal is.
Anytime anything in the world happens of significance, people go to Google and search it, and Google doesn't crash, but launch a phone. This happens almost every year, by the way. So I sent a little tweet about this during the crash because I just thought it was funny. But one of our top trafficked pages during that time was a post we had written in June of 2020 when the Pixel Store was just having an off day and it crashed because everyone was Googling like Google Store crash and they were finding our post about it. And like we'd written about it several times that the Google Store does that. So this seemed a little worse than usual, but it does happen often. Although this one really was 2.5 to 3 hours long. It was not good. It was not pretty. People were mad. And I don't blame them. Wasting 3 hours of your day trying to pre-order a smartphone is not at all fun. But hopefully everyone got through it.
USA number one.
As Tim mentioned, they were giving away Pixel Buds A for free with all of the orders. And Tim and I just completely forgot about it. So I didn't get Pixel Buds A with the one I ordered from the Google Store. But I also ordered a device through Best Buy when I was having Google Store issues, and Best Buy just like automatically added that to my cart and I just get them. So Best Buy got me covered, but Google, I forgot. However, as Tim mentioned this morning, we wrote up that if you forgot to get the free Buds A, they're going to send you an email like on November 3rd to try to fix that and get you your free Buds. So don't worry about it if you missed out.
Yeah, and someone was asking about shipping. I saw someone like kept asking about shipping statuses, like currently ordered obviously on the 19th. Mine's has not shipped yet with expedited shipping, and it says delivered by October 26th or 27th. So,
which would be nice. I kind of doubt it, but it'd be nice.
Hey, that'd be nice. Yeah.
So Shane mentions Best Buy is super easy. So is Amazon. So here's the only thing I will say about Amazon is I've pre-ordered like either Nexus or Pixel phones in the past from Amazon and never got them on time and ended up canceling. These ones could be totally different. I don't want to like ruin anyone's day who ordered through Amazon, but I have had zero luck on Amazon. So just keep that in mind. So hopefully it goes well and they send yours. I ordered one from Best Buy for pickup because I just didn't want to deal with shipping at all. And so hopefully they actually have them in store that day like they're supposed to. And then I'm just going to go grab mine. But anyways, just so you guys know the Amazon thing, I have not had luck in the past. So
yeah, and then also when it comes to the expedited shipping, that's just something like we do almost sort of out of habit, like just in case maybe we'll get it like a day or something earlier. It's worth the $20 for us in terms of having content for the site to just try and get it earlier. So don't worry, you don't have to do expedited shipping. You'll probably get it on launch day or whenever. So then also real quick, the UK or Europe in general getting Bose 700 headphones.
What?
Dude, what a ripoff. Like, it kind of like, it's a little triggering. Blood starts to boil a little bit. But, you know, whatever. Those are, $350 headphones. And we get little dinky $99 Pixel Buds. Like, oh, my God. Google.
Sorry, I'm just,
we're like your loyal fans, and this is how you do us? Jeez.
I was putting somebody in timeout. They're just annoying as hell. Okay, it's not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah, you did. Jesus. Bye.
Okay, you don't need, just friendly reminder in the chat, you don't need all caps. You don't need to spam. We see most of the stuff. Cool. All right.
I see everything.
Yeah. So,
technically now, Shane was asking if the embargo covers the case.
We show the case off.
Yeah, here's the case.
Here's the case.
I've had a great experience with the case.
That's right. We were going to talk briefly about the cases. Do you want to put that on there real quick? Just so people can see, like, I feel like what they've done is there's like an extra thickness to the back wall to like make it almost flat. It's very weird.
Oh, God. Let me try and zoom.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. Boom. Look at that. Woo-wee.
Yeah, it goes sideways there. It like basically like takes away the hump. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're adding extra plastic back there or something, which I guess whatever. It's just going to make for what I assume is probably a pretty thick.
It is kind of thick back there.
But they made all these things like they match like the colors of the phone, so you can get like one that works with your phone. How do I open this damn thing?
Someone's asking if the case is slippery. No, the case is not slippery. Someone asked about the telephoto camera. Sorry, cannot discuss telephoto camera. There is an embargo.
Here it is on this guy too. Just showing it off.
That's not bad. That's not bad looking at all.
Yeah, there's the whole profile action. Anyway,
If anyone asks about the telephoto camera again, I swear to God. Someone was asking about gestures
Red
with
flag.
the case.
No.
Can't really talk about gestures. I can say that the case is not bad. I can say that. I'm not taking a chance, man.
No, it's just not worth it. I mean, yeah, like we wish, you guys know, we wish we could just go, these are the greatest phones, or these phones suck, or the cameras are amazing, or the software is awesome. We agreed to not talk about that stuff until it's ready. That's all.
We've already burnt so many bridges in this industry, keeping it real for you guys, that we refuse to burn our bridge with Google. Sorry.
Somebody wants to know how translucent the case is, and I just put it away. Here it is. Not on it. You can see the hand through there.
You can see. Oh, yeah. Come on, Tim.
So on this black phone though, like you couldn't see much through it, but I mean it's a little bit, right?
Someone's asking about the fingerprint sensor. We cannot discuss the fingerprint sensor.
Can't talk about
anything. We can talk to you about the home screen. That is literally it. I can't talk to you about the fingerprint sensor. I can't talk to you about the telephoto lens. I can talk to you about the home screen. There's some sweet Android 12 widgets available.
Sweet home screen, yeah.
It's a sweet home screen. I've got Google Maps, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube Music because I stopped using Spotify. Camera. Everything works on the home screen.
William asked, is it the same fingerprint sensor as other phone? Well, it's not the same one that's on the Pixel 5. I can tell you that
much. Yeah, it's not that one. It's optical.
It's in display. Yeah, it's optical. It's in display. So like Samsung uses ultrasonic. This one's optical, which is like what OnePlus uses.
Yeah.
We'll have to find out if it's any good.
Yeah. If it's anything like the OnePlus ones, I can tell you it's probably not great. if it's like the OnePlus ones. But I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't be able to tell you because I'm under embargo. So I think optical in general suck. I think people know this. Like,
I mean, optical, right? Like, so just speaking from my experience with OnePlus phones.
Exactly.
Only
and that's all I'm talking
phones.
about.
I remember using the OnePlus versions and they like light up your whole room at night and things like that. Hopefully this one doesn't do that. Optical are an interesting thing if you've ever used a OnePlus phone. Just think about OnePlus phones right now.
Yeah.
Not the Pixel 6 Pro.
Go try one of those. There's plenty of people who tell you those fingerprint sensors are great. I'll disagree with every single one of them. But
what was the point of a Pixel 6 podcast if you can't talk about? We talked about the phone.
We talked about
the specs, the pricing. We showed them to you. We showed you the home screen. We talked about the OS updates. We separated 5G models and which ones you should buy. We talked about how our readers are buying them. The new Pixel stand, Android 12 on other Pixel phones. We've talked about a lot. I mean, there was a lot going on earlier in the show.
Yeah.
We can't share our reviews. You guys know that. We will do that next week. I think next week, right?
Yeah, someone was asking, is this embargo because of software issues and camera issues? I mean, we cannot confirm nor deny anything like that. So
okay, so we've had some people join us late. So at the beginning of the show, we talked about this weird again, I said it, this stupid drama surrounding the embargo situation with these phones, which is not a weird, different embargo. Like what you get with most review units, companies say, hey, we'll send you a phone if you agree not to post a review till this date. And you go, cool, I can do that. I don't know. There's like nothing crazy and red flaggish about this. So, wait, what was the question that got me going there? What did somebody say?
Are there software bugs, camera bugs?
Yeah. Okay. So what I was explaining at the beginning of the show was a lot of times companies do that because during that embargoed review period, they like to update stuff, whether they're still working on software. And again, I don't know if Google's doing that, but like tomorrow I might get a camera update. I don't actually know. I'm just saying like that could happen. So during a review period, they might update the camera, send a new software update. They might, who knows? They might change all sorts of stuff or issue stuff that they haven't released that we were waiting on. That could happen. And so my understanding has always just been with these companies is they don't really want you to review it because they have stuff planned potentially. They want to make sure there's enough time to review and actually generate thoughts instead of just busting out one of those. What a lot of those publications do? They do the hands-on review. Like they're at like a press event going, this is our hands-on review. And you're like, that's not a review. You're just doing like a first impression. Anyway, so my assumption is always that like, hey, we're sending you this. Maybe it's not quite ready. We might want to fix some stuff or we're working on stuff. Please just don't post anything until it's ready. And this is the date we set. There's nothing. I got to stop saying that W word. There's nothing different about this. So there you go. I heard a leak from XDA that camera updates are scheduled. I have no idea. Maybe they will send me a camera update, maybe not. Maybe this is the final thing. Either way, we're taking pictures. We're getting our review ready just like we always would. So if that's the case, then why are small channels? They're going to Best Buy. Okay, so if you're seeing videos of the Pixel and people are going like hands-on, I know of at least one where a dude just went to Best Buy because the phones are at Best Buy. I think like technically Tim and I could walk into Best Buy and film the Best Buy units and tell you everything about them. But like, I mean, I don't know.
We don't want to.
I just don't know why everyone's making such a big deal about this. It's just the silliest thing I've ever seen. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think it's important for people to ask questions. I am of the Rage Against the Machine, age group. So I question authority and, we're not happy about it, but damn it, it's what you got to do sometimes. We wanted access to the device. I know there's some YouTubers who were like, I won't agree to this embargo. And they do it with their eyes closed. I won't agree to this embargo because, they don't believe, whatever. They don't. I don't agree.
Like, no, so I will not agree to this.
Yeah, no, I think it's totally fine. Come on, guys. Yeah, soon enough, we're going to be talking about these devices and you're going to forget this ever even happened. I mean, what would a Pixel launch be without a little bit of drama? I mean, this is great. So, it's good. I think it's cool to see people excited for a Pixel device. Finally. I've been living with the Pixel 5, which is, again, a mid-range piece of crap for the past year. So, finally, Google, they stepped up and they made a phone that people are excited about. I think that's pretty cool.
Non-Rep Guy says, how about this? Without discussing the phones, is Pixel finally back and is OnePlus really dead? That is something that's going to be kind of fun to watch because these Pixel phones seem to have more attention around them than we've seen a Pixel phone in a really, really long time. Maybe going back to like a Nexus. And OnePlus's phones, like the price keeps going up, and with their software changes and the Color OS stuff, and like them basically just becoming Oppo or a sub brand of Oppo, I think that like rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And now Google is going, okay, we'll finally be that other option. Because for how many years did we kind of go, all right, obviously Samsung makes great stuff, we'll consider them. And then OnePlus, we liked OnePlus because their phones were affordable, yet they had all the specs, and so we liked them, and then we liked the software. And Google just like, yeah, we liked Google's phones, but they always had like something that pissed a lot of people off. Now we're kind of like, Google's almost like slotted into where OnePlus was. Like these phones have a lot of the stuff, almost everything you could ask for, and they got these crazy prices. And OnePlus is now up here, and we're going, well, why do we want to pay for that? I don't know. I think Google made a hell of a move with the pricing, and that's just going to be fun to watch to see if people actually do buy. And they, hopefully we don't run into the hardware manufacturing issues after the fact, like every Pixel phone does, where like the Pixel community forums and Reddit fires up with all the defects that are wrong with the phones. I hope that doesn't happen this year.
Yeah. Sorry, someone's asking how we feel about the Tensor chip. I feel pretty good about it. I'm excited to see what comes of it. And, it's a little disappointing, as we mentioned already, that Google isn't going to kind of give us like unprecedented software support for it. 3 years of Android updates is very typical, very industry standard. Would have been nice to see 5 years, like do something crazy, support your first in-house chip like no one's ever done before. So
I think Tensor's big for, industry, probably just because even though Google is not a massive player in the phone game, their name still carries quite a bit of weight. And so the fact that they ditched Qualcomm, I think, is a pretty big move for the industry. I know for it to probably really, really matter, they'd have to sell 150 million of these things. But, maybe in 2 or 3 years, they can move slowly up towards that number and it really will matter. I don't have like a problem with Qualcomm's chips. I think they've been good chips. It's just they're the only player. And so I'm all for other people stepping up. Like Samsung just doesn't release chips in phones in the US. And so we don't even, I haven't used an Exynos phone in, I don't even know. It's been that long. It's just Qualcomm. We just wait for whatever Qualcomm's is. And so it'll be nice to have somebody else doing something. I don't know how often Google's going to update Tensor as far as like hardware. Like, is there going to be a new Tensor 1 next year or Tensor 2 next year? I have no idea. But, I do like it that somebody else is making their own damn chip. So
what we know is that Qualcomm is a government sanctioned monopoly due to competition from China. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So the fact that Qualcomm can have some competition from another US company is huge. Whether they made it in partnership with South Korea and Samsung, doesn't really matter to me. It's not Qualcomm, it's not Salty Dragon. So it's a win for Android. It's a win for consumers. We do not like monopolies here in America. Thought we never have, but apparently when it comes to combating China and their technology, it seems to be totally fine. So do I think America's land of the hypocrite? Absolutely.
typically,
Yeah. So I mean that's just all there is to it. So Salty Dragon, dude. Shout out! I've got
whoever said that. Yeah, whoever tweeted that. Yeah,
I've got to look back at the post because whoever came up with Salty Dragon is just like freaking genius. Anyway, so I think Tensor is a very, very important thing. I think it had to happen, and unfortunately we may or may not ever know if it's because of Tensor and the not having to license the Qualcomm stuff, the Snapdragon stuff, or use those components. If that we saw a big price reduction because of that, hard to say. We may not know. It's probably something The Verge will get as a exclusive because they get that kind of access to Sundar and Rick and all that. They spend they go to the Bahamas together all the time. So I'm guessing. I don't know. It's just like they've always got the access. I want that. I want to hang out with Rick. So come on, Rick, hit me up, dude.
My favorite gif of all time is the Rick walking on stage doing this like dance. My favorite ever.
Also, someone mentioned way back early in the episode, they were talking about how they want. We're gonna get to trivia in a second. They were talking about how we want, Moto Maker style things for the Pixel 6. That would be amazing. The Pixel 6 and a bamboo, that would be so dope. So I'm just throwing that out into the universe because I believe we're all magnets. We attract what we need, what we want.
Just don't set it up in Dallas because that didn't work for Moto. Set it up.
Don't do it in California either.
I don't actually know where the hell you would do it. Never mind. Just don't do that, Google. It probably won't work.
If it has to be manufactured in China, that's okay. I'll allow it.
Oh, man.
I mean, we have to keep prices low. It's the problem, man.
We do.
Anyway, yeah, we are doing trivia today.
Tim broke embargo and leaked the bamboo version of the Pixel. Yeah, they certainly did.
That would be the news, dude. Pixel Stand 2 in bamboo. Holy moly.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so there's not much else to talk about. Again, you guys know there'll be reviews soon enough, and it'll be fun when you guys can all read final thoughts.
We are magnets. Brandon, in terms of we attract what we want, what we need. That's what I mean. We're not literally magnets. Although I think there might be some science backing that up. I don't know. Anyway.
Jesus. Oh, man. Okay. It's trivia time. Should we do trivia?
Tim is... Oh, okay. Hold up. Hold on. I want everyone to see this. Alex Guy says, Tim is Euro trash? What does that even mean?
Just rude.
Euro trash. Come on, man. Get out of here. You don't win trivia today. Just FYI. You can't win. Moving on. We've got, again, 5 2-month priority memberships to GeForce Now we're giving away if you answer correctly, if you're first to answer correctly in today's Droid Life Trivia. And of course, given that GeForce Now is our sponsor for today, I've got NVIDIA-related questions for you. So hopefully you've brushed up on your NVIDIA knowledge, and it's going to be freaking awesome. So good luck.
Good luck, everyone. Yeah, it's trivia time. So yeah, we're going to put a question up on the screen. Tim will read it. If you're live in the chat, you type the answer. If you're first and correct, we will shout out your name. I don't think I gave those instructions. So that's how it works if you're new around here. But you can win stuff. So ready, everyone?
And also this will be for US. I'm so sorry. It's not us. It's NVIDIA, I believe. I think you'd have to be located in the US for these codes to work, although I'd have to confirm that. But anyway, okay, we're dancing.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, I hadn't done it yet. Brandon called me out for it.
All right. Well, I'm ready when you are for question number 1.
Question number 1 is up now.
What does NVIDIA's RTX stand for? Yeah, the RTX 3080. What does RTX stand for? I'm seeing people are getting part of the answer right. They're getting the ray tracing part right, but it goes a little bit beyond that. It's actually 4 words. I'll give you ay caramba. I know. I'm sorry. I'm making people Google for it.
I see Adi Krishna.
All right, Adi Krishna. With the correct answer of ray tracing, Texel Extreme. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Hoping I'm pronouncing ray tracing Texel Extreme right.
Adi's won before. I think it's Adi. Yeah, Adi's won before.
My Audi.
That was a long one. That was a lot of typing.
Yeah, sorry everybody. But hey, you know what? Congratulations, Adi. And yeah, let's just keep this thing moving. This next one's a weird one, so good luck.
It's great. This next one's great. Okay, question number 2 is up now.
All right, what was the first ever public device to use an NVIDIA Tegra chip? And it's probably not what you're thinking. What was the first ever public device to use an NVIDIA Tegra chip? I'm seeing a whole lot of incorrect answers.
Chris Williams?
Oh, booyah. Chris Williams. Yeah, he's the man. Chris Williams with the correct answer of the Zune from Microsoft, the Zune HD.
Oh, man, the Zune.
The Zune. Chris Williams, what a beast. I knew he was just in here lurking, waiting for that trivia to come up.
Yeah, he was.
Whew. Oh, Brandon Fisher was close with the Google doorstop. Oh, man. RIP to the Nexus Q.
I really need to find that. I know it's somewhere.
Mine's somewhere right around here somewhere. I don't know.
Just a good office piece to just set somewhere.
Oh, yeah. It needs to be in a shadow box or something.
Yeah.
Poor Zune. Microsoft is always like, dollar late or day late, dollar short, whatever. But even
the
worse
Surface
than
Duo
that.
too.
God damn. All right. Excellent. Chris Williams, congratulations. We've got question number 3 coming up.
Question number 3 is up now.
What version of Android did the Shield Tablet K1 ship with? As you'll know, there was the Tegra K1 processor was announced, and then subsequently the Shield Tablet K1 was announced, and it was going to be freaking amazing. My question is, what version of Android launched with it? And I'm going to not be so specific for this one, and I'm going to give it to Stiffy with Android 5. Yeah, Stiffy. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Apparently I'm Euro trash with an accent. Stiffy. All right, Stiffy, congratulations. I don't think Stiffy's ever won, so that's awesome.
Stiffy with a space.
Yeah, I like it. Stiffy, congratulations. You'll be hitting me up after the show for your prizes. All right. Apparently I'm right. Thank you very much, Stiffy. I like him curvy too, Shane. Okay, question number 4, when you're ready.
Question number 4 is up now.
Who is NVIDIA's leather jacket loving CEO? And this is obviously is referenced every time we see this gentleman on stage. Very charismatic individual, well-spoken, super intelligent. Their CEO is awesome, but what's his name? Or their name? I shouldn't even give away the gender. Who is NVIDIA's leather jacket loving CEO? Shout out to Alec with the incorrect answer of Fonzie.
Jesus.
He does wear a leather jacket. Boom, it's an A. We've got the correct answer. I was looking for the whole name, so sorry, Kellen. Kellen Brown with he got half of it, but we're looking at Will White with the correct answer of Jensen Huang. Jensen Huang. Will White, congratulations.
There are few CEOs of companies that speak as passionately about the products they make as that dude. Like, like Elon Musk gets up and he's just annoying, and like Tim Cook gets up and he's annoying, like Sundar. I feel like there's just like this like caring, like softness to the way he talks, right? But like Jensen gets up and he's like, yeah, like he loves this stuff, and like he would be one of the greatest like pitchmen ever for any product. I think like that's just that guy.
Yeah, it helps when you're passionate and knowledgeable about the product. There's a lot of those CEOs who may not know necessarily the tech aspects of, say, whatever product they are doing, but he's a firm believer in what it is that they're creating and what they're building over there. It's pretty awesome.
But it doesn't matter if it's like from obviously the car stuff he loves because he's like a car collector.
He's a car guy, yeah.
But like from that to even like Shield, right? Like he just goes, yes. And you're like, yes. I need this stuff.
Yeah. Like I could care less about GPUs, but he makes me interested in GPUs.
He really does, yeah.
Yeah. So, and John Leisure, hope he's doing well. He also had that passion, but he was a little like kind of kooky. I would not put Jensen as kooky.
Yeah, see, like John Leisure was like almost playing a character.
Yeah.
Right? Like he was kind of playing a character. Like I gotta just talk trash about the competition and I'm so funny and I swear. Like Jensen's like genuinely just that passionate about the stuff that NVIDIA makes. Like John Leisure.
John Leisure, I hope you're doing well, buddy. We've got one final 2-month priority membership to GeForce Now to give away. This gives you pre-order access ahead of anyone else to the new RTX 3080 tier on GeForce Now, which is just, it's the god tier of cloud gaming. It gives you an RTX 30 in the cloud. Well, comparable graphics card. It's not technically like a public RTX 3080 because putting those in the stacks doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we talked about this at the briefing. It's not a 3080. It's just a comparable thing. It's called 3080 though. Anyway, sweet. I am ready when you are. Question number 5, please.
Question number 5 is up.
No one cares. Is it up now?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Which NVIDIA processor powered the original Shield portable gaming console? Oh, man. First detailed at CES way back in the day. That was like one of the best days of my life. I fell in love with that thing, the Shield Portable. And we're looking for which processor powered the original one. Let's see who's got it here. I'm seeing Nick Fisher with the correct answer of Tegra X1.
That's it.
Dang. Nick Fisher, congratulations. We got a couple of new winners, if I'm not mistaken, which means I'm going to pop my email in the chat and you guys just email me. I've got the codes already. And
this is a quick one then.
Yep, I'm just gonna email you some codes, pop those into GeForce Now, and boom, you're off to gaming. There are free to play games. There's obviously, you bring your Steam library over, your Epic Games library over. Man, it's good times over there on GeForce Now, and I'll meet you there.
So email Tim. He'll get winners you if you want.
Tim. Right.
Audie, Chris, Stiffy, Will, Nick.
Well, I mean, Will White's out here saying he is going to send his prize to Kellen Brown. Kellen, if that's something you guys want to do, you guys can just both email me then. I can't, I'm not going to. I don't know who's who in here. It could be you could be a copycat. You could be Kellen's secondary account trying to snipe Will's prize, and that's not cool. So I'll need you guys to email me. So again, winners, email me, tim@droid-life.com. I'll get that all sorted out for you guys. And we may or may not have additional codes to give away for our next episode of the Droid Life Show. So if you didn't win one today, it's always possible that you could win one down the road. So that's exciting. And again, thank you so much to NVIDIA and GeForce Now. And yeah. I'm so tired now. We haven't done the show in a long time.
We have not. So if you missed everything, Pixel 6, Pixel 6 Pro, we talked a lot about them. And we will have reviews soon. And if anyone thinks there's weird drama there around review embargoes, just shake your head at them. Nothing weird going on.
Yeah, people asking when our shows are typically, or what, every other week on Fridays around 10 or 11, but apparently there's a Pixel embargo, so it's totally possible we come back next week once that said embargo is lifted and we actually talk about the phones. Who knows? We'll just see. If you guys really want that, I had a lot of fun today. I mean, so we could always, do it again. Real quick, before we end this, I want to give a shout out to everyone who donated during the show today. So run down that list for me.
Do I have that list?
You better.
Let me see if I can find it.
Preston, we will not share exactly when the embargo lifts, but I bet someone else could do that for you. Yeah, it looks like someone else already has.
You would think I would be able to just pull up everyone that did a super chat, but apparently YouTube is not that fancy.
Dell in the chat saying literally wearing the same spectacles Tim is wearing. Oh man, you shop at Warby Parker too? Dang.
Oh, Warby Parker.
You would not believe how many compliments on these glasses I get. It's pretty incredible. I've got these, but in the sunglasses too. People love that stuff. So I just keep wearing them because I love compliments. I've also already gotten a couple of compliments in public regarding this phone. And whoa, is that one phone? I'm like, can't talk about it. Sorry.
Can't talk about that. I do not know what this phone is, but thank you for noticing it.
Yeah. I play stupid.
I can't tell you who donated. I mean, I remember Charles, Alex. That's all I got.
Are you serious? Is YouTube that bad?
I'm looking at the YouTube viewer activity tab and it says no new super chats or members yet. No, there was a lot of those actually.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
That's just rude, YouTube. You want us to promote the platform and all that? Well, you should give us an easy way to thank the crew for hanging out. And they won't do that. They just won't do that. What's that button?
I did not say Warby Parker. Weird. Anyway, I'm sorry to everyone if we can't freaking call you out by name for donating, but we did see your donations and we thank you for them. I'll go buy a new pair of Warby Parker glasses with your money, and I also get more speech therapy. Also, totally unrelated note, in 7th grade, for some reason it was only 7th grade, maybe a little bit of 6th grade, I had a lisp. And so I actually went to a speech therapist to fix my lisp. And it was pretty significant. Maybe not that significant, but it was definitely out of my side, and it was very weird. But we got it fixed, we got it corrected. I would steer away from S words completely, but now I can say slippery snake just fine, and it's not a problem, I don't think. Anyway, I hope everyone has a good weekend. Kellen's trying to get out of here. He's pissed.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
I'm gonna go play with this phone that I can't talk about.
Everyone have a great weekend. Monday should be a good day. Just should be a good day. Mondays are always fun. So go to Best Buy and play with the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro and find out everything that you need to know.
Yeah, you could talk about it more than we can.
Red flag, red flag, red flag. All right, guys, we will stop now. We'll be back next week. It's good to see you, everyone. Thanks for joining us. If you won prizes through trivia, make sure you email Tim. Have a safe weekend, everyone.
Yes. Peace.
Peace.